super spiritual awareness. Oh, undying energy from the center of the earth. The moon doth gong like a bell.
Praise be. Praise be.
Be.
Praise be.
We are under the control of Saturn, and we must deflect its negativity through our music.
Praise be.
Praise be.
Tune into the frequency.
In Neptune, Dave. A little bit of Neptune.
Okay. All right. Are we going to play a song?
Let's play a song. Can we do that?
Praise be.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, let's go.
Together, somewhere it would last forever, away from the crowds of familiar faces that quickly judge the choices. Thought he'd make the world stop spinning so damn fast, yeah, so damn fast. Take heart from the love and trust which you tried to mask. Love turned to doubt and you couldn't adjust. This collision of two worlds never be matched. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Going so damn fast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll never be matched. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Going so damn fast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll never be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, slow down fast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll never be matched. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, slow down fast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll never be matched.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord, for giving us the power and energy to carry out that piece of music. And we would like to play another song for you today.
Praise be.
And that song is called Barbie.
Praise be.
Tonight, I feel alright. Tonight, I feel alright. Take back the time. Never before has it felt so right. Take back the time. Never before has it felt so right. Sweet kiss and a merry feel today. Live now 'cause it's better done that way. Live for the benefit I pay. Sing loud 'cause it brightens up the place. Lady shine. Tonight, baby, feel alright. Tonight, lady, tonight, baby, feel alright. Tonight, I feel alright. Tonight, I feel alright. Take back the time. Never before has it felt so right. Take back the time. Never before has it felt so right. A sweet kiss and a merry feel today. Live now 'cause it's better done that way. Live for the benefit I play. Sing loud 'cause it brightens up the place. Shine. Tonight, baby, feel alright. Tonight, lady, tonight, baby, feel alright. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, lady, shine. Tonight, baby, feel alright. Tonight, lady, tonight, baby, feel alright. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Oh, tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight. Tonight, tonight, tonight.
Thank you, Lord, for giving us the energy and power to carry out that piece of music. Thank you.
Praise be. Let's
can
pyramid.
just pyramid.
I'm
for
not
a
sure if
moment.
you have to keep saying that after every song, Dave.
Okay, I'll try not to.
I think it gets a little bit tiresome after a while, you
Right,
know?
okay.
I think the Lord has better things to do than listen to you.
Okay.
Brother Ronald, thank you so very much
Praise
for
be.
your kind remarks.
Praise be.
And I would like to thank Brother David
Well, thank you very much.
for his
Archie.
wonderful music.
Thank you. It's all of our wonderful music. But
It means a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Oh.
And I would like to thank Brother Simon for the music and for bringing me some cup of water.
It's my pleasure, Brother Maciej.
Brother Ronald, could you please be a little bit closer to the microphone?
Why, I would love to, Maciej.
That's perfect.
How's that?
Good. I would like to say hi because we're on International Poznań and this show belongs to you, whoever is watching or listening to us on MC Radio 102.7 FM. So I would just like to ask for the name of the band. And it has to do with some special things that are happening up there. And I think I can say it out loud. This is Kozmanauts.
Well, thank
And
you
it's my
very
pleasure
much.
to host you.
Praise be.
Please tell me, how did it all start? I mean, this wonderful band of UK-based
Oh
men.
golly. Oh, golly.
How long have you got? You know?
Well,
We have a lot of time.
We've known each other for a long time, haven't we? It's just that the spiritual
think, yeah.
journey began about a year ago, I think.
A year is a long time, yeah. In our calendar, because we have formulated our own belief system and calendar around the music. It's about a year, which is about 50 Earth years, so it's quite long.
Brother David, I need you much closer to the microphone.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to
Maybe
put
we should
my
put your
Put the guitar
that's
down.
guitar
the
down,
guitar.
as we mentioned
disconnect
earlier.
from your microphone.
I have great difficulty in sometimes receiving instructions, so
That's true.
I sometimes I'm a little bit previous. I'm sorry.
So, would you say
Preoccupied and selfish, I would say, David.
would you say that you are in a way quite a particular set of people?
A particular set of people.
We have
Yeah.
definitely we have our beliefs. We're very passionate about those beliefs. Wouldn't you agree, brothers?
I would say so, definitely.
What do you believe in? Do you believe in music?
Of course, we hold a great amount of respect for music and how
Brother
to-
David, I need you to be louder and closer
Sorry.
to the microphone.
Maybe I could do this. I
Come in a little bit.
Closer.
I said we have a lot of respect for music and as a spiritual tool and as a tool of communication. And it is through this medium that we hope to put our message across to people. And that's why we're here in Poland, to tell people about the world. And
It's a message of love and support, and we just love you so much, brother.
Okay, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of messages that we receive here at the radio studio, we've just heard from Michael Forbes, who is asking me to tell.
He's a great friend of ours. And he
No,
has
I
wonderful
I see that.
Scotland.
So
I
so
like his hair.
Despite the fact that he's from Scotland, he has wonderful energy.
yes. So I have a message from him, and Michael is saying, please tell Simon to take off the tie and tie it around his head instead, Karate Kid style.
I'm sorry, I could not possibly do that. It's again.
I think you should do it, Brother
I
Simon.
think I should do it.
Go on.
What the
Live
heck?
on air.
What the heck?
Go ramble.
I
What
think
the
you
heck?
should take off your pants, Simon.
I should take off my shirt too. There you go.
All right. That looks good. I might do that.
You should do that too.
Can I do that too?
And can we tell Michael to take off his shoes?
Can he take off his pants?
But we won't be able to see that. That's the thing.
Oh.
Well, we'll know spiritually.
Is that a big problem?
No, that's not a problem at
I
all.
don't think it would be.
Michael Forbes, you old dog.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Welcome.
Mikey. Yeah.
You're welcome to
Yeah.
the church anytime.
Welcome to the show, Mike.
We can give blessings together next time we see each other.
Yay. I actually got another message from Yunus, and he's saying I do the same thing like them when I smoke too much.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a very
I don't
interesting
know what
theory,
he's
Eunice.
talking about there.
Mm.
Whatever, Eunice, but if you enjoy what you do and
If you
vape,
enjoy what you smoke, then
we
then,
don't vape.
then we don't
we
judge
smoke.
anybody for what they do.
We just go with the flow, yeah.
Very
Musically.
accepting church.
Yeah, yeah. yeah.
That's really nice.
Okay.
So, to tell the truth, you've started playing together some time ago. How long ago?
Well, I don't know, 2 years perhaps.
Together, maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Ronnie and I were involved in a few projects beforehand. We were in a few bands here in Poznań in Poland. And then Simon's been writing songs of his own, and we decided to join forces,
Collaborate.
collaborate a little. I was setting up a little studio here in Poznań where I record people and where I record our music.
We record our scriptures there as well.
We record our
music
scriptures.
that
What
we
are
sing.
music scriptures?
Well, our music is our scriptures. See, this is the way we preach. We preach through the word of song.
Okay.
yeah. So the lyrics, the text, the music is accompaniment. It's to create an atmosphere, a vibe,
And the frequencies, brother, and the frequencies.
and the frequencies too. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow. So, do you really believe in the spiritual side of it?
Of course, I have no other way of interpreting this world that we live in. I think spirituality is a very important feature of our lives.
Brother Ronald?
I think that I always just go back to when Sting in 2002 picked up his special award at the Brits. It was kind of like an outstanding achievement award.
Yeah.
And he simply said in 5 words, let music be its own reward. I like that.
Really?
He's a real
Sting?
Sting is great.
Oh my God.
They're my two biggest
I think I've
influences.
started a band with the wrong guys.
Sting and John
Sting.
Lennon. I love those guys.
All right. Okay. John
There's
Lennon?
a lot going on in the studio. I would just like to say the basics. So we're on MC Radio and we're on the internet. 102.7 FM is our usual address. International Poznań is the radio show where I talk to foreigners who happen to live in Poznań. And I have known most of you for quite a long time. So I'd like to ask you for what you do when you are not musicians. And we could maybe start with Brother Ronald.
Jay. Well, I'm so glad that you're taking interest in our personal lives as well as our professional lives. I'm a father, and I love that. It's just like the greatest job that could ever be given to anybody on earth, and you know, I find it like a nurturing process that I just love from day to day.
But what exactly is that endeavor?
Well, I think that the real reason why we're all here is about evolving the species into a greater creation, and I think that through children, that's how we do that. It's like
Amen.
it's
Amen.
like bacon and eggs or
That's right.
Amen.
Okay.
bacon and
Okay.
cheese.
When there's this place, this blank place on a form that you have to fill, what do you put into profession, under profession?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Co wpisujesz w
Space
miejscu
traveler?
zawód?
Space traveler? I mean,
I
we're
got a
all
few things.
traveling through space. I mean, right
I got
now.
a few things to put down.
Yeah.
I would never fill in a form.
I could put down. I could even put down lumberjack in mine
Well,
because I chop down trees. You know that?
chop down trees
I got a
for the
chainsaw.
Lord.
What does it mean that you chop down trees?
Well, I'm not exactly strictly able to say because the trees in question are actually on a piece of land that isn't exactly mine. So it's a lumberjack, someone who fells trees. Yeah, that's the correct verb to use, to fell.
I
Yeah.
think David digresses.
So lumberjack. I also I teach English. I teach English
Praise
to
be.
people.
Down at the church,
So I would
praise
say
be.
I put down educationalist. I would definitely put in that box. And what else? I've also dabbled in sound recording and also the study of fine art and architecture. So
Okay.
I could actually put a few things
It's
down.
fascinating,
That's
David.
amazing.
What
It's
about
crazy.
Brother
The
Simon?
more I think about it, it's just mind-blowing.
It's fascinating.
Well, I would have to say that I'm heavily involved in the church, so a lot of my time is spent seeking the enlightenment. And,
Poszukuję oświecenia.
Between the hours of 9 and 12, I am also an educator, and I try my best to enlighten and teach
Okay,
people.
gentlemen.
That's a beautiful
So,
word.
so if I'm very blunt, I'll just refer to you when I speak of the professional life of yours. English teachers, right?
That's right.
Is that correct?
Okay, we can do
Is there
that.
nothing wrong?
Perfect. Okay. I never thought of that. Wow. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Why he's such a good
Rob, there
I just think
is
some-
Rob Donnell. That
Oh,
is
he's a good friend of mine. Hi, Rob.
okay. Rick is saying that Brother Simon is so sexy.
Oh, thank you very much, Brother
Oh
Rick.
my God.
Rob Donnell says,
Rick usually wears glasses, like quite thick.
Rick's
Glasses.
one of my closest
just
friends, and he's an amazing sister. He's in a separate church over in Manchester,
Uh-huh.
and I'd like to say hello to Sister Jillian as well out there. She's
okay.
Hi, Jillian.
And we would like to reach out to all of our brothers and sisters who follow us on our Facebook page. And
Praise
thank
be,
you
praise
so
be.
much for your help.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
all
Your blessings,
59
your
of you.
help.
You're really amazing.
You are. And they come along and watch us play. We have a residency at a club called Tanner's in.
If
in
they left
Story
our
Road.
page, that would be 59 holes in my heart right there.
Yeah. So we've got a show coming up at Tanner's Irish Bar, which is on Ulica Szewska. I think you call it in Polish. Is that right?
Szewska,
Szewska.
Szewska.
It's after Stary Ring.
So this is when or where people can see you perform live.
That's right. Well, we
sure.
have a few concerts coming up. So Maciej, I'm just telling you now because we have a list as long as you're on. We're booked up till next Easter, something like
Praise
that.
be.
Oh, lucky you.
2018 is going to be a great year for
It's
us.
going to be an
It's going to be a
absolute.
great year.
We believe the epoch will finally happen in this next period of time.
Rob Donnell is asking, what does an orange and apple have in common?
Could you tell Robbie that he needs to go back to his room and for his wife to relock the door?
Okay, that's really considerate of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much for so blunt and for being with the listeners of International Poznań.
Oh, we love that. Can we have some more questions?
There will be more questions. I would just like to let everyone know that there's 3 Brits in the studio and that they all happen to be English teachers, but they really enjoy making music. And for that very reason, we would like to keep on listening to you, also on MC Radio. So, gentlemen, why don't you just perform for us live? And just please let me know what the song would be.
Well, the last is it the will we play some more? I don't know.
I
But
don't know. This next song.
next
let's
song is
say?
called Clementine. Yeah.
Clementine.
It's about a
Clementine.
particular sister that I met in a cafe.
I think we could do 2 songs. We could do Clementine and
And-
Pont Some Wine.
Well, we could do that, but let's just stick to the one for the moment, and we can. I'm just telling the story of the whole
Okay.
whole song because there's a bit of story involved with the song.
I just wanted to say that we got some fresh feedback from Rob Donnell about the apple and the orange. So apparently his wife didn't do what she's been asked to do. And Rob Donnell came with a very smart answer. And he goes that neither an apple or an orange can drive a tractor.
That's
All right.
That's something that I heard a long time ago.
Nice
I-
one, Rob.
And I didn't
Thank
laugh.
you.
I didn't laugh then.
What a guy. Yeah.
So we're here on MC Radio. Thank you so very much for being with us. Please find us on internationalpoznań.pl. But right now we're gonna hear some live music from Kozmanauts. So
Okay.
there's Brother David, Brother Ronald, and Brother Simon.
Can I just add? This is going to be our lead track of our EP that's coming out next month on Indiana Records. and we will have 4 songs on that EP. So we'll be on Facebook. You can check it out. And this song is called Clementine.
Praise be.
Okay.
Praise be.
All right. I'm just going to lean back a little here.
Why not, Dave?
Don't forget to lean forward, though.
Get
Dave.
comfortable.
Sorry.
What did I find standing there in front of me? Was it a sign? Something clear but unseen. It's wasted on me, but I wish I'd noticed just what I had witnessed there. What was her name? Does anybody have a number on a different vibe? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clementina, Clementine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We talked about Southern sister. We got in deep about transhumanism. Breathing space, dust and virtuality. The 1% and the chemtrails in the sky. What was her name? Does anybody have a number on a different vibe? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clementina, Clementine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was her name? What was her name? Does anybody have a number on a different vibe? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clementina, Clementine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was her name? 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 What was her name?
I'm proud of you.
Praise be. Thank you very
Congratulations.
much.
I'm really impressed.
Wonderful to be here, man.
Wow, this really feels like preaching, but it also feels like just telling a nice story. So is it all your lyrics, or would you just get inspired by something, or would you even use somebody else's lyrics and record any covers, or is that out of question?
Recorded any covers? We do play covers live.
Yeah, we have played covers live.
What is your favorite cover to play?
Oh, I think I love a song from a band called Yuck, called Shut Down. It's one of my favorite songs.
Oh, Yuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that band.
Do you also play any of the very well-known songs?
We
Yeah.
try and play Creep, but there's too many chords in there, I
Creep,
think.
creep. We do. I can hit the high notes just like Tom York. You know.
Can you
Guy-
show
guy
that?
who sing.
Oh,
La, 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 la. There you are. That's my Tom York impression. You don't want to hear that too long because it'll send.
That's a beautiful
I
song.
also play a great song, song I love, which was originally written by the Zootons, but it was covered by a certain Miss Amy Winehouse. Yeah, that Valerie.
Valerie, yeah.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie? You know, I love that song. That's such a great song.
So when you write your songs, do you all participate in this process, or is it some of you that would be the main songwriter?
Well, I don't know, Brother Ronald, what do you want to say on that? I think I'm hogging the mic.
Well, thank you, David.
Hog.
Okay. I think that music lyrics are something that should be expressed in a way that tells a story. And what usually happens is that David is the musical genius, and he will produce some kind of musical piece.
I only channel through the Spirit. The Spirit comes through me. It's not me. Yeah. Okay, anyway.
David has this problem with speaking too much. He really needs to.
I just can't shut up.
He really
It's my
needs to
problem.
connect.
It's
And
my
Simon
problem.
sometimes
Just can't
too.
shut
You
up.
know.
Is this an issue?
You know, well, it can be a. You know, in bands, it's never such a rosy affair when it comes to internal relations. you
That's
know.
interesting. You know, many of the very famous bands actually cease working together because of all the egos and how much each of them wanted to be in the spotlight. Do you not have this kind of an...
Try to put our egos aside.
We are very egotistical people, so we do have problems, yes.
That doesn't look very optimistic.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's rock and roll. I mean, come on. That's what it's all about. Do you think the Rolling Stones acted like themselves for their entire career, you know? I think ego is a very powerful thing, but you should know when to turn it on and turn it off. And unfortunately, I don't know. I have no idea.
But we
Brother Ronald probably agrees about that, or Brother Simon.
we don't want to.
I'm disconnected from my ego. I'm completely at one with the universal life force energy. And I think that Brother David just needs to take some time to meditate and connect with that a little bit more.
If you were ever to write a song about Poznań, your genuine feelings,
Oh, wow.
what would that be?
Wow.
Wow, it's a
Brother
difficult
Simon.
song. Oof.
How long have you been living in Poznań? Brother Simon.
I've been currently stationed here in Poznań on my mission for over 12 years, so it's been quite a long,
Exactly.
a long journey for me. to
You
get
have done
here.
well.
Do you imagine such a song?
A Poznań song?
Please come closer to the mic.
Well, I'm not sure I can envisage that song right now. I'm not so good at thinking on my feet.
I have written a song, many songs trying to capture the spirit of Poznań.
Yes?
I wrote one.
Brother
in
David,
particu-
please come closer.
Yeah, I wrote one song in particular called Las Vildas for a previous band I was in.
Las Vildas.
Las Vildas, yeah, that's right. It was a funny play on words, yeah? Because actually that sounds quite exotic, Las Vildas, but it was in a place called Vilda in Poznań. And it was also like this really tacky little prefabricated, what would you call it, casino, or a place where you go put money in slot machines, you know? And I liked the concept of that, and I tried to play with it for a while, and I wanted to write an entire album based on the district of Vilda, yeah, because I get a lot of inspiration around that.
What
place.
would you say about Vilda? What was maybe part of the lyrics?
My, I could say so much. The warm, hospitable public that come from Vilda, they're sometimes reckless way with drink, which I've been trying to save a few souls in that particular district for a long time.
Praise be.
Praise be.
Really? So you've been
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to help some people who
I
would...
try to help. I'm out there at 6 o'clock in the morning when they're wandering across the road because they've had perhaps one too many drinks, let's say, the night before, you know.
The demon drink is something.
I'm
that
there
you-
trying to spread the
always
word.
try to
I don't
spread.
think it's appreciated sometimes because when someone shoves a guitar in your face at 6 in the morning, you know, after about 10 bottles of vodka, I don't know. But they seem to be
So,
happy.
so how would you approach them? Do you speak Polish to them?
I would always try and address them in English, first of all, because then we can communicate in the language, the teachings that I've been studying for so long.
The language of the Lord.
And but if that doesn't work, I'll try to communicate in Polish.
Maybe instead of a guitar.
Can I say
they-
something in Polish?
Yes, of course.
Everyone
Can
out
I
there?
say
Oh,
something?
please do.
Okay, all right. So can I say my first sentence, which I learned in Polish?
Tell me.
It was like this. When it took me about 5 or 6 hours to learn, it was każdy Polak powiedzenie nie zapomni o paleniu. Yeah, you know that?
Can you say that again?
Każdy Polak powiedzenie nie zapomni o paleniu.
Każdy Polak po jedzeniu nie zapomni o paleniu?
Tak.
Okay, so like every
You know
Polish
that?
person would not forget about
Yeah.
smoking after
Yeah.
eating?
That was the first thing that I was taught when I came to Poland.
And that's so crazy because I've some 20-something years in Poland and I've never heard that even.
No?
So I would not imagine that it was
Got on
so...
the back.
Okay,
Maybe
so
the
you-
Warszawiak thing.
So did you hear it in another city or did you hear it
It
in
was in
Poznań?
Warsaw.
That's a beautiful story, David.
It was in Warsaw.
It was.
Warsaw, Warszawka Płynie. That's what I say.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Warszawka Płynie.
But I love.
That's an old
something
Fish
like-
lyric. I don't know if you know it. It's called Czerwony Sukienka. It's a great song.
Czerwony Sukienka. Oh yeah, that's those guys Slums attacking.
Or it could be another Fish
Who is
song.
it?
I'm not actually sure.
Slums
about
Attack? Do you mean
that Slums
the
Attack?
music band?
Yeah.
Rychupeja?
What?
it.
Czerwony
I'm not really
Sukienka.
sure what you're saying now.
Who sings that song? Do you know the band?
I could have just come out and said something there that I probably wasn't aware of.
I heard that
Sometimes-
song on the radio, and this is what it's all about, Machi. Synchronicity. Yeah, you were talking about songs that we were writing, and very often we have an event or something happens, like we see it on TV, and then all of a sudden it will reappear, I don't know, 2 days later in a book, you know.
Maybe
So
we
that's
should sing
kind of
another song.
synchronicity that
time.
we try to harness that
Maybe
and
we
put
should-
it into song form.
Maybe we should sing another
Yeah,
song.
you know what I mean?
I obviously know what you mean.
Okay, great.
I just want to tell you that you've been great guests of this show.
Why, thank you, David.
I will never forget this experience.
We'll never
I
forget.
will
that.
never forget this experience.
And we would
Praise
like
be-
and
we
and
just have one thing to say, Maciek.
no, I actually wanted to ask you one more thing. If you could maybe tell us where people are going to be able to see you live, because that's always important.
Okay.
And whatever else you want to say, please just carry on.
Well, I can say that we will be available to. We are going to play a few. We have a place to play at Tanner's once or twice a month.
It's on the 20th.
On the
of this
20th
month,
of this month. We
which
will.
is a Saturday,
It's a Saturday. And are we playing anything
from
after that?
7:30, and it's free to get in.
Well, there's a lovely cafe on Svienci Marcin called English Johnny's.
English Johnny's. We're going to play a benefit gig for English Johnny. He's the guy who got hit by he got hit in the storm. You know the storm.
I
that came to
actually
Poznań?
heard that story.
Wow.
So,
Storm.
so
And
are
then-
you going to play at English Johnny?
Yeah.
And
we're
when
gonna
is
go
it
and
going to
play.
be?
This will be on the 29th, I think.
29th.
Of
The 29th of January.
Nice.
Stycznia?
tak, 29 stycznia.
Okay, all right. So yeah. the
I think it's
20th
really what you're doing to help English Johnny. He's also been on this show,
Oh, wow. I
and
love
we
that guy.
are very
He's so-
familiar with his coffee shop at Kościuszki, and we really keep our fingers crossed for him because he's had some really unlucky moments. But if you guys have this charity event for him, that's wonderful.
We're gonna play a song. We're gonna play a song, dedicate it to him called Tornado.
Tornado, yeah.
Tornado. Do you know what the difference is between a tornado and a hurricane, Maciek? Do you know what the difference is?
Probably one has thunderstorm in it and one doesn't.
Okay, yeah, but it's moisture.
Okay.
Moisture in the air, right? Okay.
That's a truly
A
amazing
hurricane
song.
has
amazing.
moisture in the air.
Okay.
That's why
really
you get
amazing.
thunderstorms, yeah?
And tornado just has the
Just the
vortex.
air, the
Yeah,
vortex, and
Vortex, vortex.
that's why.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate all the good information. And let's say that somebody wants to hear you in February or in March, in April. What do you have for those people?
Okay.
I don't think we
Warsaw.
do have anything. We
have
have
a concert
Warsaw
in
in
Warsaw,
March.
yeah. We play March, but
And people can find you where? On Facebook?
well, you can find us on Facebook. We regularly update. We get off at concerts like, the day before, and we just turn up and play.
Right, and it's
We
called
get off it every 6
Kozmanauts.
7 months.
You just look for Kozmanauts. It's written with a capital K.
Capital K.
Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you
O-Z-M-A-N.
that on International Poznań's fan page, you'll also be able to see them.
Wow.
And now, amigos, you can play as many songs as you wish. I mean, up to
Oh,
two,
wow, that's a
maybe.
wonderful
Wow,
song.
wow. Play
I
2 more
can't-
songs.
Thank you so much, everybody. This is International Poznań, the only English-speaking radio place in the city.
Word.
I hope that you just click on that follow button and that you enjoy this music performance.
Yeah.
I hope that these guys will pray because they're very good at that. So please enjoy the 2 last songs of Kozmanauts.
Okay.
All right.
Guys, so what are we gonna play first?
I think Pon some more.
Hans and War, and then what? What are we gonna play?
The song for Johnny. Can we play that?
Johnny?
I don't really know that song.
We can do it.
I don't know. Okay, all right. So
We can
let's
think of something.
let's go with this is a song called Pants and Moi, which is a mistranslation. But anyway,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
slipping out of the pot, but I wouldn't advise it, I wouldn't advise it. Everything you know is a facade, but you can't criticize it, you can't criticize it. Shadows outside tonight, gonna find some dark, dark moonlight. Your moment to keep me sane and help me stay in the game. Pensez-moi, all you ever say is pensez-moi. Pensez-moi, all you ever say is pensez-moi. I got the common touch, I got joie de vie. I got the common touch, I got joie de vie, c'est free. What's the point of creating art if you can't recognize it, you can't recognize it? Being happy because of who you are, but you don't realize it, you don't realize it. Shadows outside tonight, gonna find you some dark, dark moonlight. Your moment to keep me sane and help me stay in the game. Pensez-moi, all you ever say is pensez-moi. Pensez-moi, all you ever say is pensez-moi. I got the common touch, I got joie de vie. I got the common touch, I got joie de vie, c'est vrai. Shadows outside tonight, gonna find some dark, dark moonlight. Your moment to keep me sane and help me stay in the game. Pensez-moi, all you ever say is pensez-moi. Pensez-moi, all you ever say is pensez-moi. I got the common touch, woo! I got joie de vie. I got the common touch, I got joie de vie, c'est vrai, c'est vrai.
Praise be. Praise.
Okay, right, so we need to play another song.
We got that far? We got 5 songs. Can we do that?
Alright,
We could do Roadhouse or something like that.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Roadhouse?
Yeah.
Why the Dave do not?
Okay, if I can remember it.
It's been a while, but we can give it a go.
Well, we last did it at the church and it went down fine, so let's give it a go.
That's
Praise
great.
be.
Okay, alright, this song called Roadhouse. It's about Brother Ronald's first encounter with his wife.
Well, let's the music speak for itself,
Yeah,
Dave.
okay, alright. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Warm nights, broken minds, relax. You can be salvation, baby. Take me now and heal my heartache, sweet eyes. So shy, warm thighs. Closer in the road as baby, touch me till I feel I'm crazy. Well, I can find the words tonight. You leave me lost and needed nights. Well, I just need you here tonight. To slow down, keep it speeding tight. Still I can't find words tonight. Soon you leave me lost past we're almost at now. Well, I can't find the words tonight. You leave me lost and needed. Well, I just need you here tonight. So slow down, keep it speeding. Say so, touch me where it hurts now, baby. Go until I say so, crush you where the road hurts, baby. Go until I say so, touch me where it hurts, I'm crazy. Feel I bleed, I'm crazy. Well, I can't find the words tonight. Well, you leave me lost and needed.